Well, hello there, Cancer. It is so good to see you again. I hope you're having a great day. I'm Mary Sue, and I'm so grateful that you're here. So today we are doing kind of a little bit of a special reading, what you can expect for the end of the year here. So as we're closing up this year, we're asking Spirit what, obstacles might be on the way or what blessings you may be receiving here at the very end of the year. So we'll take a look at the overall energy with the Oracle cards, and then we'll move to the tarot for the details. And if you're enjoying the content that I create or resonating with the message, I'd really appreciate if you would consider commenting, or subscribing. Okay, let's get into this. Panther Spirit, reclaim your power. Clean it up. Wow. Pretty powerful energy here. There's this, we only have like 3 weeks left in 2022. And I feel like it's a little bit of a time to reassess where am I? What did I get done this year? What did I accomplish? And almost kind of like looking back at your New Year's resolutions, and deciding, okay, there's some things I have to clean up. There's some things that I need to tend to. There's almost like, okay, kind of looking at that list and getting kind of pretty powerful, stepping into this energy of, okay, there's some conversations I may need to have. There's some actions I need to take. For some of you, it's almost kind of like, okay, I'm balancing out some things. I'm perhaps finding my voice. There's this point of finding your voice to say some of the things that you may need to say to some of the people in your life. It's kind of like, I'm not going into the new year without closing out, cleaning up some energies here. So let's go to the tarot. Interesting. I have Loving Man on the bottom. I feel like for some of you, this is more connections with either family, friend, or romantic partners. It could be in business, but I tend to think that this is, true soul connections. This is the number 44. Fours are all about, building stability, family. So I feel like it's kind of like, okay, yeah, we got some things to clean up here. It's almost like cleaning house, but it's not necessarily like literally cleaning your house, although that could be part of it. But it's kind of like clearing the energy of the relationships that you have in your family, your home, your house, right? It's kind of like, yeah, got to clean the house here. Got to clean out the energies. For some of you, it's you could actually be like, spiritually cleaning house, perhaps saging, or, I always feel like, clean windows really help. I don't know. They truly help me to have that sunlight coming in, to have clarity, But I feel like there's almost this sense of, cleaning the energies in your home. So let's see what we have here. King of Pentacles. Yeah, King of Pentacles is that energy of, the head of the household. You could be the head of the household. Does not have to be male, but, somebody here is, wanting to go into a new direction. Something that is a little bit more in the Nine of Cups energy. This is a person that has the financial wherewithal, okay, to make their dreams come true. And I feel like if you don't think that you have the financial wherewithal to make your dreams come true, you're kind of cleaning out some of the things that could be financially draining you, right? This could be adult children that, are kind of like, okay, it's time for you to pay your own bills, right? Or it could be, looking clearly at your finances and saying, okay, what can I cut back? Where am I just kind of like, losing money? Because there's this sense of really taking back your financial control in order to go towards whatever your heart truly desires, and knowing that this is on your path. This is a deliberate action that you are taking. It's not like a whim. It's something that is really driven by your heart, your soul, your passion. And then you have present power, intuition, manifestation, travel. I think a lot of you are wanting to leave a certain situation, right? Or perhaps doing some traveling, or moving, there's this sense. Some of you could be traveling to have a conversation with somebody, to close out some perhaps negative energies that you have with a certain person in your life, clearing the air. It's that energy because we have hidden motivation and then we have the Nine of Wands. Once again, I feel like, with the hidden motivations, if you look really close, she has children like dancing around here in her skirt, it's kind of like this energy of, you could be even remembering what good times were, but the things have not been good for some time. There's just been this long journey, okay, of, not having the happiness that you have been wanting in certain relationships or, in your life in general. And it's kind of like, yeah, I'm cleaning it up. Whatever has gotten you to this point, you are, you're moving it out, with that travel card is kind of like, once again, either going to visit this person or, it's a balancing of the energies that you're looking for. Death, Five of Cups. Yeah. I feel like something may have ended. You may have had a relationship that kind of ended or is kind of like estranged at this time. And now what you're understanding is, wait a minute, I either want that back or I want to bring in new connections that will last the test of time. So, the Death card is understanding that something needs to transform, right? You're not happy with the way things are. And now it's kind of like, yeah, I have to get to this. Once again, with the, King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles, and energy of responsible, reliable, committed, long-term, lasting, very grounded energy, very generous, nothing's held back with the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is somebody that you can really trust and rely on, knowing, that person or you, okay, can be committed to what it is that you want in your life and going forth for that, not wanting to stay in this energy any longer. So let's take a look at your area of resistance or your obstacle. Yeah, you have the Eight of Cups here. You're feeling stuck. There's a situation in your life where you are feeling stuck. You either, interesting, because I pulled up two and on the bottom is Loyal Heart. Yeah. I feel like this is a situation where it's kind of like, okay, we have to unstick this energy. We either have to work on this relationship or I have to walk away towards something that is happier. It's almost like this has been going on so long. It's, the Nine of Wands, one more wand is the Ten of Wands. I'm ready to drop this burden. There's that energy of, I just can't go on this path anymore, and really stepping into finding your power, finding your voice. That keeps coming back, finding your voice to have the conversations that you may need to have in this case, a Temperance card on the bottom. So you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but you don't have to be, just finding that balance, that healing. Ace of Pentacles on the bottom, wanting to either get this situation right or to start a new situation that the Ace of Pentacles, when it's nurtured, can grow to the Ten of Pentacles. Whatever you have going on right now is not very nurtured, It's this energy of, not putting any time and effort into it. And it's kind of stuck in that energy. So it's kind of, all right, yeah, look at Ten of Cups on the bottom. It's an energy of, I'm not staying stuck anymore. I'm taking action. I'm stepping into my power. I'm finding my voice. I'm speaking from my heart. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, yeah, the Nine and the Ten of Cups. I feel like you may feel like somebody has stolen your happiness. That is what needs to be cleaned up here, is perhaps having a conversation with this person. There's definitely some conflict with the Five of Wands here, getting a different perspective of the conflict that you have in this relationship. And then it's kind of like, okay, I want this. Is it possible that we can do this, or are we just going to keep walking away from each other? Kind of like, not having that conversation, kind of sabotaging this whole situation. I feel like neither one of you are happy. So it's kind of like, okay, if neither one of us are happy, can we either work this out, or are we just going to go our own ways, but once again, having that conversation, understanding, yeah, that you're ready to work on something, but you're only ready to work on it when the love is genuine and is going in both directions, not over giving to a situation, but at the same time, allowing somebody else to do some of the work in this situation, Okay, so let's take a look at your advice. So you have the deception card and the moon. You are afraid of the deception in this situation. There's a sense of, I'm not really sure if we were to reunite or have this conversation, where that would lead. Once again, I want to go back to this hidden motivations. This could be somebody that you have known since childhood. So it could be a sibling, or, a parent, or a child, or a cousin, somebody like that. It's almost kind of like since childhood, you kind of perhaps put up with their, I want to say, it's not like they outright lied. Okay, it's this energy of perhaps not always telling the truth, not giving you all the information, or kind of tweaking the information a little bit. And so it's kind of this, it's like, I want the truth. I want to move forward. If we're going to continue, I want to move forward, but in a truthful arena. I want the truth, and I want you to tell me the truth, and I want to have the power to speak my truth in this situation. It's almost as if, I think both of you may have kind of been sugarcoating everything for a very long time, or not having a conversation about what is really bothering you, but both of you have been in that situation. It's kind of like, if you take the sugarcoating off, that there could be a huge blow up. So you're kind of like, I don't want that, right? And then at the same time, it's kind of like, well, if we don't have this conversation, then it's never going to be the close connection. It's never going to be the 9 and 10 of cups. It's coming to that point where it's, all right, what are we going to do? Are we going to speak the truth to each other about how each other feels in this connection? Or is this just over? Because it's almost like you're playing, it's a little bit of the monkey in the middle game. You're not really ending it, and yet at the same time, you're not really working on it. And it's time to clean it up. It's dragging down your energy in other areas of your life. So let's see what we have here. I feel like the other person kind of feels the same way you do, though, Cancer. I think it's really mutual. Yeah. Holding back, yeah. But look at this. We have victory here. It's when you recognize how you are holding back, when you find your power to speak your truth, I feel like this other person is also going to speak their truth. Now, I'm not going to say, Cancer, they're going to say what you want to hear, right? I mean, that is why this conversation has not occurred yet. The fear of what somebody may say. Now, but here's the thing, is that it's kind of like, okay, I want to step into that. I want to have this victory in this situation, because knowing that as long as you have this conflict, even if you've kind of been able to shove it down and pretend it doesn't really bother you or something, by not having this conversation with this person is really draining your energy in other areas of your life. Yeah, you have the King of Wands, the Queen of Cups, the World card, understanding that, having a love. I feel like, this is a situation where, you could be the Queen of Cups, your Cancer energy. And you may be dealing with somebody that's kind of like super independent or something like that. Understanding, looking at the situation from their viewpoint and allowing them, sharing enough of how you feel in the situation that they can understand the reason why you are perhaps acting the way that you are. It's the sharing of information that helps to bring in this clarity. Look at King and Queen of Swords. Like it's almost like you're transforming this energy into not being able to see each other, okay, or why the other person is acting the way that they are, and they don't understand why you're acting the way that you do. When you're able to share that, have that conversation, you step into a new world of seeing clearly this connection, and it's kind of like, okay, we're seeing eye to eye, it's kind of like, okay, it's then that the energy is cleaned up. And, for some of you, you may have that conversation, and then you're like, yes, this is over, right? For others of you, you may have this conversation and go, wow, okay, I didn't understand that. That's how you felt, oh, and they don't understand how you felt, right? And now you have this clarity, and it's like, yeah, let's go forward together with this new clarity, this sense of seeing eye to eye, of having, the swords energy is about thoughts, but it's also about being able to communicate clearly your ideas, how you feel in this situation. That really helps to clean out any of the negative energy and helps you to step back into your power with this relationship, but also in other areas of your life and how you want to move forward in 2023. Wow, really lovely energy here. Okay, so Cancer, let's pull a soul truth card to finish this out. And I do personal readings. So if you're interested, the link is in the description box below. I'd be so honored to do a reading for you. So let's see what we have here. Am I letting fear stop me? Yes, I feel like you are with the moon card here, right? It's this energy of, the fear of what this person may say. I feel like for some of you, you're almost afraid that your feelings are going to deceive you. Like you start to have this conversation, you may like emotionally break down, and it's kind of like, well, I want to seem really strong when I have this conversation, but understanding that even if your emotions, show through, that is good. I feel like you're holding back your emotions in this situation. You're not sharing how you truly feel. And the reason is because, it is so deep. The hurt, the pain in this situation is so deep. So let's see what you have. Are you experiencing a mountain of fear right now? Are you stalling, freezing, or giving up? The juicy secret is that you are the boss of fear. Look at this. You are the boss of fear. You are unstoppable, but it's up to you to see that by taking action. And I feel like you are being called to take the action here. Today, be brave and do it scared. Choose one fear and move through it. You are in need of heroes, so that is who you will become. Yeah, and you don't have to have the entire conversation. It's perhaps just reaching out, having that first kind of conversation to get the door open, right, to the bigger conversation. But I feel like you are, for some of you, you may even be traveling to go see this person, or, reaching out to them in some way, because you realize that this situation is draining you in so many different areas of your life. You may not have recognized that until the end of this year, right? And then all of a sudden you're kind of having a little bit of an epiphany. Why am I so stuck? And you're recognizing I'm stuck because I'm still kind of waiting to see what happens in this situation. And it's kind of like, okay, it's time to clean this up. It's time to have that conversation and to be able to move on or to reunite, whichever one is going to work for you. All right, well, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there. I do wish you so much love and light in this situation and all your situations, and I hope to see you again really soon. Bye for now.